My health science background taught me to look at systems and not symptoms, right? In medicine and public health, if you only treat symptoms without addressing root causes, the issue returns. And I think everyone is starting to learn this, but I apply that same thinking to development. So when designing communities, I ask, where will families walk? Just a simple walk path or sidewalk. It seems simple, but not a lot of communities are doing it because it costs is more, taking up more room. We can build more houses and make more money, right? But it's important. That helps with our nervous system regulation. It helps with our stress. And so I ask those questions: where will families walk? What is the air quality? Testing that out, getting my environmental engineers on board to get clarity on what's the air quality. Are there green spaces? And they're getting much better now. Now with the current administration, maybe not as much, but with the last administration, they were doing a lot of green spaces, making sure we have parks, making sure we have neighborhood areas where we can just freely walk, maybe sit and have lunch. A lot of greenery, maybe just having some nature preservative areas. That's very important. But I ask those questions. I ask if there's access to nutrient dense foods. You'll be surprised and how many communities do not have nutrient dense foods. They have to travel out 30, 40 minutes to get something that is nutrient dense. And so trying to make sure that on one end, if we build a community, that we're also building um, a possible location for nutrient dense foods to be offered. And that's part of the whole development, is making sure you're thinking of all elements and not just the homes themselves. And also, I definitely am concerned about environmental elements. Like, does the environment lower stress or increase it? And so, the built environment directly affects cortisol levels. It affects physical activity, sleep quality, and even social cohesion, right? So, we cannot say we care about health if we build environments that produce illness. We had a lot of people who endured having mold, um, and different ailments and diseases that are basically down the line of being in environments that are unhealthy. And so for me, sustainable development is preventative medicine on a community scale. And so
Mhm.
I try to focus in on sustainable development because it is preventative. And so I just hope that individuals will be more intentional about where they live, not just about, how much money it is or how much per month if you're renting. Um, I believe that all will be provided for you if you're more intentional about what the environment is giving you. What's this house giving you? What's the materials? Ask deeper questions, not just look around and say, oh, the interior is nice. It always looks
Mhm.
nice on the inside. Ask about the year it was built. Because when you ask those questions, you can learn more information and go already research. A lot of times we go look at houses blind. No, look it up. Some things are public record, and know when the house is built, what kind of house design is it? For me, I have a craftsman house. So I know that my house is built majority out of wood. You can understand what happened through understanding your house and how it was created. So, I just really advocate people to do research, be more intentional about where you live, be more intentional about you and your body because you make up where you live, and just be open to doing something that is healthy for you and preventative. A lot of times we wait till it's too late and we don't want to do too
Mhm.
late because it's hard to recover at that point. It takes a lot longer. But to be preventative is very important.